action.
I don't know.
Is it filming?
Yeah, it's filming.
Hi, my name's John Cordy, and people often ask me, do Line 6 pay to make videos? And no, but they do occasionally send me a jet ski. Alright? So. Hi, my name's John Cordy, but some people call me Maurice for obvious reasons. So this video, you're going to call me wild, you're going to call me crazy, you're going to call me a maverick. I was chatting to Igor, the man responsible not only for coding the Helix UI, but also the Quad Cortex UI. He kind of made this little kind of accidental maybe discovery of running a whole AMP model without cab into an AMP and cab. So in other videos I've talked about potentially using the preamp models. You see we've got AMP, preamp, AMP and cab, these kind of three options for running the AMP modeling. I'm not using the preamp here though, I'm using the full AMP, so you've got all of the power amp things going on, and I think also speaker impedance modeling. So that's running straight into the front of the Lone Star, and the settings you see here, just everything at 5 except for the presence at 5.8. and it's probably going to sound like a silly idea, but let me just show you what's going on tonally, and then you can make a decision for yourself whether you think this is something you want to try or not. So a big kind of round, thick sounding Mesa Boogie Lone Star clean tone, and then we're going to turn on the Litigator. So I think you'll agree that's kind of a very usable tone. And essentially you also now have way more control for shaping these tones, so you know you could come back to here and turn down treble, turned up the gain as well. So I've turned down the treble, I've turned up the drive, and boost the mids. But I just think it's got a really nice quality in terms of it's compressing the signal a bit more, and it's kind of scooping things. Giving you something which is kind of fun to play. So I'll just go back to the stock preset again. So without the Litigator, and then boosting with the Litigator. And you can still run drives in front of this, I think. Here I'm running a Scream 808 into the Litigator. And here I think we're doing the same thing but with a bit more gain on the 808. So you might want to try that out. It's kind of got this a little bit hyper realistic, bit overly compressed or slightly more compressed than it would be, but very fun to play. Definitely worth checking out. So also what this ended up with me trying was this, and so Igor said this will get you in that kind of ballpark without necessarily using quite as much DSP. So at the front of the chain, a clon, with gain at 1, tone at 5.3 and level at 6.1. Then using a Kali EQ graphic to boost the lows and cut some of the mids, and then boost some of the highs again. So those settings there, and then into a deluxe compressor. This was the tone that I was using on the video, kind of my new kind of strat tone that I've been enjoying. So same Kali Texas settings, so everything at 5 except for presence at 5.8, and you could open that up a bit more if you want. And then I'm using a dual cab with the 1x12 Bluebell on one side with the 57 dynamic, 1 inch from the speaker, etc. And then a 121 ribbon as well, with a slight low cut on that one apparently. And those are the settings there. And then a Glitz reverb, 6.9 decay. Okay, and all of those settings if you wanted to copy those, or you can grab this preset in the folder as usual. Obviously there's a little bit less presence in the high end with this particular setup as well, but you can also hear it responds in front of a tube screamer nicely. Or we could put this tube screamer at the start of the chain. So again, just something to experiment with. I thought that was doing quite pleasant things, and you could also definitely experiment with different arrangements of amps and stuff. So you could, in the past I've tried using the Placator dirty in front of the Litigator, and that did a really cool thing. So here I'm just using the Litigator in front of the Lone Star. Equally tried doing something with a Vox in this area, so like A34 and bright. But give that a try and let me know what you think of that. That's, to me, it's a little bit of a outside of the normal kind of thing that I might do with the Helix, but I think there's some really useful and usable tone shaping that you can do with these combinations of running the amp in front of another amp, maybe like you would a drive, and maybe you would find that you don't really need a tube screamer. Maybe you find that the preamp and power amp settings on the amp would actually give you enough kind of tone shaping that you can do whatever you like with it, more so than a drive pedal for sure. So give that a try. Catch you in another video soon. Hopefully that was interesting. If it was, you could feel free to like and subscribe, leave a comment, share it with your nan. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers.